Welcome. Welcome, everyone. It's Angelo Robles. I am back and I am alive. I know it's been a long time. It's been right since before I went to Newport in relatively late July. So it's probably been about a month. And yes, I'm eating my own cooking. Don't rest too much in the summer. Work hard. AI is changing everything. Now is the time to make a lot of money and to press forward. I'm doing that. I just had an opportunity to actually write an ebook, initiate some white papers, produce some early videos, and really kind of almost revamp a decent part of my AI Family Office Masterclass, which I went through another session that I hosted August 11th and 12th. So just last week, if you're listening to this live, and it was incredible, even better than the first one that I did in June. And yes, it was life changing, even for me with my faculty members that were just incredible. Whenever I think I know so much and get a little full of myself on AI, uh, talk to some incredible AI integration engineers that are doing incredible things. A lot of it not even really public facing yet. And it's just amazing. So, one, I hope you're all having a great, I guess we're heading to the home stretch here in the summer. It does seem like it went by so fast. And no matter what I say otherwise, I did hope you had a chance to take some time off and enjoy the summer yourself, your loved ones, your families, whatever it may be. It's been glorious. Enjoy it while you can. I personally enjoy the seasons changing. So here in the Northeast, or when I go to Wyoming a little bit, unlike Florida, I will get a little bit of a change of the guard. So today, I'm going to talk about the inevitable. Don't fight technology. It always, always wins. And this is going to be more so true than ever than anything I've said before, what's happened before us in the world of AI. So I do want to also share something new. There will be something new at the end of my little sequillatry in about 15 or 20 minutes, which is a free offer of an ebook that I wrote that I briefly mentioned a couple of minutes ago. But I want to share some of the context behind it at the end when I do my Don't Fight Technology, It Always Wins, and a little bit of an upcoming look because I actually had been pretty busy in person over the last 5 or 6 weeks. I really enjoy Newport, hosting my AI Family Office Masterclass in New York City. I told you I was going to have seven. I had seven, not one more. And it was an incredible experience for all. And I also hosted a private breakfast for my members and all things I'll get to kind of what's in the final couple of months of the year ahead. So, yes, I'm back. I'm excited. I'll probably do a couple of more of these heading into the unofficial end of the summer into Labor Day. But I also have a lot that I need to reflect on. I'm revamping some of my hardware and software and tech stack to what I do in AI. So, on that note, effectively, without further ado, shall we begin? So, like I said, the inevitable. Don't fight technology. It always, always, always wins. Think about it. Every industrial revolution, every wealth transfer, every empire in history won by those who embraced the new tools before anyone else even understood what was happening. And right now, in this very moment, we're in the single greatest technological leap. Forget the internet, that's nothing, since electricity. And that is AI, artificial intelligence. But here's an inconvenient truth, which also gives you your edge. Most family offices, most everyone, lawyers, accountants, finance, ultra high net worth, 21-year-olds, are still debating whether AI might be useful someday. Meanwhile, your peers, your competitors, the select few that are getting an edge that you'll never be able to catch up on, partially due to mindset and culture, are already capturing opportunities you'll only hear about at best months later, if you ever hear about them at all. They're not dabbling, they're not experimenting, they're operating inside, I guess I'm going to call it a parallel universe, one where investment decisions, I know I'm doing it, are executed sometimes autonomously, depending on how you want to set that up. We did talk about and we illustrated how to set that up hands-on in my masterclass earlier this month in August. But investment decisions executed in minutes, not by meeting after meeting, month after month. Threats are neutralized before they ever hit the headlines. Opportunities are seized before public markets even notice. And their workforce, I know I'm living it, it doesn't sleep. It doesn't take weekends off, and it doesn't leak secrets. Now, we're going to get a little bit to that, maybe more so in my ebook that I'll describe. And I'm describing effectively AI and really AI agents combined with the right talented humans, of course. So this is not theory. It's not hype. It's happening right now. Why are you thinking this is 3 to 5 years from now? You're so behind the times. And if you're not already there, like I stated, partially due to mindset and culture, you're falling behind permanently. So for those newer, everyone, I'm Angelo Robles. Some of you may know me over the decades as having founded and exited Family Office Association. And really since that, almost 2 years ago, forming SFO Continuity, a private intelligence and strategy community, and my AI Family Office Masterclass. That's been my mission. And investing my capital and really building what I think was the first AI native, really AI native family office, not as an experiment or a demo, and something deeper that was really purposeful to me in seeing where the future is headed. A near fully autonomous AI intelligence system, that's the key word, running live inside my own operation, one that thinks, that learns, yes, it does, and executes while competitors, peers, nice word, are still scheduling off in their committee meetings. And what I discovered is me, or more applicably, my team delivers 10x. I can help any family on their workflow and systems 10x your output, like within 30 days if you really want to. Not by working harder per se, and definitely not by hiring more people, but by building sovereign intelligence systems that compound, and they really do compound productivity every single day. Now, I promised I would come back to this when I mentioned the word sovereign and intelligence systems. I'm going to give you a brutal truth that I don't know, I just don't hear anyone else talking about. Every time you, your team, your analysts enter a prompt in Chat GPT, every time you upload a sensitive deal document into Claude, two wonderful programs that do have uses. Every time you brainstorm strategies through any commercial AI platform, well, you're not just getting answers, but if you don't know how to prompt engineer, your answers aren't going to be that good. But what I really mean is you're training someone else's models with your most valuable IP, your intellectual property, your strategies, your tax planning, your governance playbooks, I'm sorry, all of it. It's logged, harvested, and potentially exposed to your peers and competitors, accessible to governments through audits of these platforms. Would your would you really trust your competitors with your IC or your internal operations, your memos? That's what you're doing with these commercial programs if you don't really know how to use them. Would you share your $500 million acquisition strategy with the regulators before the deal closes? Would you publish your tax structuring playbook online? Well, I think we know the answer to all of that. Of course not. Yes, that's exactly what you're doing when you hand your intelligence that openly, without knowing better, and certain guardrails to big tech. What a surprise, of course. They love your data, and it trains their system to give others answers based on your data. That's your proprietary info. That's why you need sovereign AI. And no, if you're a family office, a legal firm, accounting firm, a finance firm, it's not optional. It's the single most important strategic move that your family office will ever make. I mean, I talked about this story earlier in the summer, the $847 million Opportunity missed or $47 million captured. Just, it was, I think, early June where I mentioned, buried on this page, whatever, 697 at the Shenzhen Stock Exchange filing is disclosure. Chinese markets are actually kind of interesting. China was preparing to ban rare earth exports to 23 countries. And yeah, family office A, if I could use that word, traditional. Their analysts eventually caught it days later. But then, the rare earth stocks already had a massive move of probably over 200%. They missed out on really big, probably a early to mid eight-figure opportunity. Family Office B, more AI curious, had alerts set up, which you could through something like ChatGPT, but the filing wanted Mandarin with dense legal terminology, and translations could come back gargled. And again, you're going to be late. In that example, even a day or two could make a difference. We had one family that me and a couple of AI integration engineers worked with. Their God, it's probably even better than what I set up for me, but their sovereign AI and really more AI agent detected the filing really minutes after it went out, did it perfectly, cross-referenced against their holdings, modeled impact scenarios, executed protective trades that turned what could theoretically have been a loss into a pretty significant upside and gain. And you're worried about what, $15,000 for a 2-day immersive masterclass fee or joining my group? Like you're kidding me. The difference, no, it wasn't luck. It was access to knowledge earlier before 99.9% of others. And really that relates simply to architecture. So this is somewhat of what I would call an arms race, but it's an intelligence arms race. And make no mistake, you're just not competing against humans anymore. That's over. And one day, what happens in 2 years when AI's IQ is roughly 400? I feel like I'm renting another 50 IQ points now. Having 10 IQ points makes a difference, let alone 40 or 50. What happens when it's hundreds or thousands? Your analysts need sleep. They get tired. They miss things. It's normal. But an AI native or collaborative hybrid family office never stops thinking, never stops learning, never stops monitoring, and never stops executing 24/7, 365. Now, here's the part that probably should keep you awake at night. Every quarter you wait, while capability is doubling, you're falling further behind. And it's not linear, it's exponential. Huang's law, and there's various people that have a different perspective of it. But let's broadly go with AI doubles in power every 6 months. Just do the math. What? January, February, you'll be 2x more powerful than today. Then next summer, 4x. Then next winter, 8x. And what? January, February of 28, 32 times more powerful. And then what happens when that doubles due to compounding and it's 64x within effectively 3 years? The intelligence gap compounds daily. If you're not building now and learning now and developing the mindset and culture, you're mathematically eliminating the potential that you have to build dynastic wealth. And if you're already rich, great. Expanding that and preserving that during what's going to be a very, very challenging time politically, geopolitically, and a variety of different perspectives in the years to come. Trust me. So I do what I call a little bit of a demo promise. So what exactly happens at my AI family office masterclass? In just 48 hours, in-person immersive. And there's a questionnaire that helps us understand where you are, usually a conversation or two, and of course, a little bit of follow-up after that. But you'll learn to deploy the same systems that effectively I run today. Understanding sovereign systems, keeping it off the cloud, but where to use some more of the public AIs. AI agents that could even auto-trade your brokerage accounts while you sleep. Vibe coding that I turn a napkin sketch, a prompt, into a working app in like 11 minutes. The gladiator method, as I call it, where I use multiple AIs, technically LLMs, competing against each other for superior analysis, because I don't settle for the first answer. You better learn how to be a master prompt engineer. I share all my secrets. Private AI systems that run entirely, like I said, inside your perimeter. Never leak your strategies, never train someone else's model. I give you templates, prompts, and workflows that my own family office uses daily for deal flow, for diligence, for governance, and portfolio monitoring. I show you what fintech stack I use, why it's AI friendly, how I use Zapier and API connections and other platforms to help tie them together. This isn't theory. It's definitely not software sales. It's operational sovereignty. So, yeah, there is a fork in the road. And here's the decision in front of you. I'm doing another one that will wrap up my year with this on November 5th and 6th in New York City. It's up on my website now, AngeloRobles.com. Go to AI Family Office. I'm accepting 10 families. It's not the summer, a little more capability in November. Not really because of limited seating. I could have more, but really a limited advantage. If 100 families all had this, maybe it wouldn't quite be the advantage anymore. But for 10, I promise you, it is dynasty defining. I like to say there are two paths: the wait and see, where you debate, you delay, you watch 10 other families take an 18-month head start that compounds forever. You'll never catch up to them. In 2030, you might even be already irrelevant for some of the reasons that I noted earlier. Or path two, you act now. You become one of the families that build, at least understand and implement where you want, a true AI native dynasty. You compound sovereign intelligence infrastructure, you operate at machine speed, and you leave your peers and competitors possibly, maybe sadly, permanently behind. It's not about cost, it's about survival. Really, it's a $15,000 expense. It's dynasty building and insurance. Even one prevented mistake, one captured deal may literally pay for itself thousands of times over. And there is what I could say is a legacy question. 2 decades from now, your children, your grandchildren will ask, when AI reshaped the world, and make no bones about it, it's going to be the control layer for everything. There's no stopping this train, and it's actually moving faster than even I thought. They're going to ask, what did we do as a family? Did we wait? Did we hesitate? Which will be 95% of you. Did we miss it? Or did we secure our place? I hate to say among the rulers, but those in the lead. The answer, the story your family tells will be decided, I think, between now and the end of the year. The future belongs to the bold. It always did. And the bold act now. My AI Family Office Masterclass, my third and final one for 2025. And it'll be twice as good as the ones I just did this summer. November 5th and 6th of this year in beautiful New York City. It's not too cold yet in November. 10 families, and yes, 15,000. So I wanted to mention about that because it will be my final one for this year. Final one. And I'm opening it up from 7, which I limited to the summer for a variety of reasons, to expanding it deeper to 10 on November 5th and 6th. This will be game changing. You will learn how to build a sovereign system where your real most proprietary data, you don't even have to be a single family office. You could be an ultra high net worth, a multifamily office, a legal firm, an accounting firm. Me and my faculty, and I have the best faculty in the world, we'll change everything for you. Everything. You'll learn how to build a sovereign contained system that never touches the cloud. You'll learn how to really use LLMs. You'll master prompt engineering. You'll learn how to get them to fight against each other to really get the best answer that can make a difference. You'll learn how to create apps with no coding, which I could do in multiple vibe coding platforms. You'll learn how to really use AI agents. You'll be able to do more with less, better, and faster, flat out, period, even if you're not tech savvy. It's that easy. You could bring a younger generational member, which someone brought their 21-year-old to my last one, which was awesome. And we actually had a 20-year-old intern at another that I did earlier in June. We encourage you to bring family members, to engage the family office more in it. One of the family offices at the last one also brought their CTO, who was fluid in a lot of the things we're talking about, but he learned so many new things, collaborated with my faculty members and me, and we're already doing things together. You develop a bond, a camaraderie with people in a similar situation as you, traveling down that same road to share ideas. And by the way, two of my participants were repeat participants from the first one I did in June. I allow you to kind of attend one more, second one on me. It's a pretty damn good package that I offer there. And a little bit like watching your favorite show or movie more than once, you absolutely pick up the nuances even better. And after 6-7 weeks, some of the programs simply changed because things are evolving. Grok 4 Heavy came out. Amazing. Perplexity's browser comment. Oh my God. The things that you could do with that. ChatGPT's 5. Other developments in vibe coding. Again, you don't even know how to code. You don't need to know how to code. You just type in a prompt and boom, the magic, there it is. Everything you know about software as a service in those companies, within a couple of years, they're going to be gone. Worthless. What's that's going to do to your portfolio? What it's going to do to part of your current family office? If you don't adapt, you'll be a dinosaur who's slow and overpaying and not getting the customization that you need, that you could do easier than ever. If not quite now, we are close. These are all the things you're going to learn. But I'll do one better because I promised I would come back to this. I wrote a 58-page, it's pretty meaty, PDF. It's an ebook. I created it in PDF format. 10 things every family office should be doing now in AI. Again, 10 things every family office should be doing now in AI. And I'm happy to share that complimentary for free. No, I'm not going to bombard you. I may not even put you in my distribution list if you're not already on it. I'm not always the best with that follow-up. I'm just so focused on a lot of the things I'm doing in my investing, in my family office, my love of for my members and what I output for them. I'll get to some of that in a second. And really staying focused on these master classes and some of the consulting assignments I do from that. At the end of the day, some of you are going to be, this is awesome, but I would like more hand-holding, like immediately, to go through and implement some of the hardware stack, the fintech solutions, how to tie them together with APIs, and really hands-on instruction how to set some of this up, including for privacy and security. So those are all things that I could be of value and help in too. And know, if you think that your current tech people in the family office world, one that you often hear at these crappy conferences and others, could help you, you are delusional. Delusional. They are dinosaurs. They're not adapting. They're stuck to legacy systems. You're done. You're toast. I mean, you got to wake up to some of this. So all you got to do is email me or DM me, I guess, on LinkedIn or whatever. Email at Angelo@AngeloRobles.com. And I'm happy to share that. Again, I think it's 58 pages. It's very basic. It's a PDF. No fancy colors or designs yet. So you're getting it raw. This is the first time that I'm mentioning it. So all you got to do is just email me and I'll share it with you. And again, you don't even necessarily need to be a single family office. You could be an ultra high net worth. The ones who probably need this the most are the multi-family office, the financial advisors, the small to mid-size RIAs, definitely the legal firms, the accounting firms. So what I'm doing really touches millions and millions of people. Yet well under 1% of you are taking anything of any relatively significant action. AI to 99% of you is I occasionally go on Chat GPT and you have no idea what the various models mean, what deep reasoning means. You type in a one sentence question and get back a mediocrity of a response. That is horrific. You have to know which of the programs to use. I subscribe to the highest levels at all the public placing platforms, and they are useful if you know what to use them for and if you know how to prompt engineer. So to me, Grok 4 Heavy, which is very expensive relatively, is really, really good. Perplexity Labs does financial modeling for me that is worth, to me, thousands of dollars every month. I'm getting it for $20 a month. I teach you all these things. But then you really have to understand Sovereign, how to build the open source platforms that download on your special hardware, that never touch the cloud, and keep your proprietary information as an accounting, a legal firm, a finance firm, an MFO, an SFO, totally and utterly private. I am obsessed with this. I am immersed in it beyond your belief. I have one more trip to Silicon Valley before I wrap up my year. I know a gazillion incredible AI integration engineers, and I know some of the people that built the platforms at companies like Meta and others. Some of them have already been instructors in my program. And my masterclass participants, but only them and my members, could get direct introductions and access. Also, to the number one, I could debate, attorney in the world on AI governance and legal arrangements, and he's out on the West Coast. And back in June, a lot of my AI family office masterclass participants then at that one met him. But again, like, hey, for some things, you got to be a member of my SFO continuity or at least an alumni of my AI family office masterclass. But I am giving you that incredible ebook for free. So don't say that I never give anything away. And I give away a fair amount of secrets in there. I do. Maybe that's enough for you. You don't need to pay for the $15,000 masterclass. Your call. You don't want the camaraderie of hands-on of your peers, a follow-up, a follow-through, of being an alumni where you're going to get some level of help really effectively forever from me, and my team is applicable. So in concluding, I hope you're all having a great summer. And I promised you back in the last one I did in July, yeah, have fun. It's the summer. It's family time. Everything is changing so fast. You can't not pay attention to this. And if you participated in August or even joined my SFO continuity, my private membership community, go to AngeloRobles.com. Why aren't you getting this edge this summer, this last 2 weeks of the summer, so you could come out of the gate roaring in September of participating in my November masterclass and wrapping up the year like a monster, like really strong? And you're going to be miles ahead of the competition and your peers. And yes, mindset and culture and early adaptation absolutely play into this. Don't let your ego, don't let ignorance, and don't let fear, all real human emotions that I go through as well, don't let them stop you. You could do this. You could do it. And if you want proof, ask me. If you're a real family office, I'll share one or two contacts that have participated in the masterclass, and you see what they tell you about it. I'm actually underhyping it, just like I've said that AI is broadly underhyped now. I know that's a little hard to believe, but it is. So for those of you that join SFO continuity, not only immediate access to me, to some of my proprietary content, proprietary videos, member-only digital meetings. I'm hosting September 15th, 16th, and 17th in New York, my New York City Forum. A lot on geopolitics, macroeconomics, Mamdani as potential mayor in New York, what that can mean to other big cities in the US. Of course, we're going to talk about AI investing, a little bit on the AI tech side and things I'm talking about now. Our $37 trillion of debt, stable coins, Bitcoin, crypto, a lot of things to talk about, and very few professional speakers, 2 or 3, a lot of it just peer-to-peer going around the room. What's your last investment? Why? What was your thesis? How much did you put in? What's the biggest problem you overcame? What's the greatest opportunity you've seen? What are you doing about $37 trillion of debt? How is that going to be impactful to your portfolio? Are you too heavily invested, quote unquote, in the dollar? We're going to have debates, real one-on-one kind of, yeah, I'm not going to say fights, but real hardcore debates about a lot of the subjects that I just mentioned. I do not care about being politically correct. I don't want to be vanilla. I do not want to be like everyone else, and Lord knows I'm not. I don't care about being beloved in the industry. I am by my members and by families that have an open mind and want to have real discussions, not fake discussions about legacy things from the past that are regurgitated that mean nothing in this new world order to a degree moving forward. This is coming down between the US and China, and AI is going to be really at the center of it. We're very, very interesting, slightly scary, but I sometimes like being in the thicket of ambiguity. So now is the time. Go to AngeloRobles.com. One, learn more. Don't forget to email me. It's not even up on my website yet. I guess it will be in a couple of weeks. But that ebook that I noted, the 10 things you can effectively do now with AI, it's a pretty good size ebook, by the way. It's pretty meaty. Just email me or DM me on LinkedIn, whatever. It's all yours. Happy to give it away. But if you really want to immerse yourself, go to AngeloRobles.com, my website, and just simply become a member. Why are you waiting? And then you could also learn about my AI Family Office Masterclass and the great work and incredible life-changing. And yes, it is life-changing. And if you're an executive, an attorney, an accountant, I'm basically buying you a minimal of 10 more years in your career to also make a lot of money, to be the top 1%, and to assure that you're going to be employable and AI native and have a network of incredible alumni and people and me and the team behind you to make sure that you're going to be awesome. I guess I got to fall a little bit short of guaranteeing that, but I'm right up there on that line. You just have to use me. Everyone, I'm Angelo Robles. Hope you're enjoying a great summer. Don't be bashful. Reach out, join. And again, ask me for that ebook. I'm happy to share it with you. Thank you all. Have a wonderful rest of the week.